So one of the other questions that came in is that we've talked a lot about culture and that's first, and then the question looks like if our culture is not perfect, should we wait to even start discussing incentive compensation, or can we strike a balance between incentive compensation and cultural improvement and work on them concurrently? I'll start with that one, and I think we've touched on it a lot, but my belief is that if you believe you have a reasonable degree of trust and between team members and trust in leadership, and it's never going to be perfect. So I'm saying a reasonable degree, and you will have to make that decision as an owner if you believe that it's there, which means that I guess where my bar would be is, do you believe the organization will be able to sustain a problem? So that if things aren't right, if somebody feels that that something wasn't just, it wasn't right, will they bring it up, and will they give you the organization and the leadership time to go correct? When Brene Brown talks about it, she uses the acronym BRAVING, and the one that she talks about is the G in BRAVING is assuming generosity in somebody else's actions and giving them an opportunity to go correct it. And I would say as long as you believe that you reasonably have that in place, go get started, and get started on the simple end. Don't get started on an overly rich program, that you put together in your very best year. Don't get started if it's with the intent that you're going to turn around a bad situation. Like Courtney talked about, it's not going to change the outcome. So that's what I'd say is the win. A lot of these things are things that you simply have to get started with. And if you don't get started, you're never going to have a chance to go make the improvements and get them there. There's no great incentive program that we've seen that didn't get developed over many years, like decades, years, and until it's baked into the culture. And even then, they need tweaking and changing and constant communication. Sue, Courtney, anything material to add there?
My only comment is, go ahead, Courtney.
Well, I was just going to say, an incentive program does not make a culture. It can support a culture. You have to think about it in those terms. If you look at, hey, we're going to develop an incentive program because we think our culture has some problems, that's not the right order in which to do things.
Yeah, and I would totally agree with that. And I think everything, culture included, and certainly an incentive program, they all go through a plan, do, check, adjust cycle, right? If something's not working, we come back, we adjust, we go, we work on it again. So nothing is absolute. Everything is evolving, and be okay with the fact that where you are now is a perfect place to start.
Yeah, perfect. The best time to have started this was 10 years ago, and the second best time is right now. So that's good advice. I think you talked about that, Sue, with the retirement onboarding, right? Did I get that right?
Yeah, we talk about when's the best time to plant a tree. Well, it was 25 years ago. The next best time is today. So you're exactly right. Just don't wait any longer. Just attack it today.